G'day guys, welcome back, and this is episode 2 of the Quick Gaming Gossip. Obviously, as you can see here beside me, we have TSG in the house.
Yo,
Obviously,
what's
Illuvium
happening?
creator. If you don't know of him, link is in the description. Go and sort him out. He also works for Illuvium, but say hello, TSG.
Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, I don't know if I can claim creator anymore. I barely make content. I stream
Well,
once or
you might not
twice.
make
Yeah,
any content, but you're on everyone else's content. You know,
I mean that's
you're
that's
you.
the that's the cheat code. That's the
Yeah,
cheat code. Don't
exactly.
make content, just make appearances everywhere else.
Everyone else does the work. You just show your head
Pretty
up
much,
here
I
and
just
there.
show up. That's legitimately my role. Yeah.
Well, I might have to
No, I'm
think about
excited.
doing that
I'm
too.
excited for this. I'm excited for this chat, man. It should be a fun one.
Yeah, 100%. As everyone might have seen last week, if you haven't, go watch that. It's on with Scoriox. We're going to go again into the GameStop NFTs because there's still a lot to talk about by that. As we've seen, it has been extended. That is a bit of a talking point. We may dive into that soon. But yeah, we're just going to do a couple points onto that. I'll bring up a little bit now. As you can see here behind me, we've got the in-game skin for the GameStop. It wasn't really pushed that hard because obviously you did need to be a GameStop Pro member to get this skin. I'm not sure if you could sign up now and still get it. I didn't confirm that with anyone. Have you
Hmm.
heard anything about that, TSG? Or
I'm pretty sure you can. Don't quote me on this, but I mean, I'm looking at some of the internal chats that we have, and we're seeing the same conversation of, yo, we have a bunch of people on our side now that want to sign up to be a pro member for this skin. Is that possible? And from the conversations that I've seen, it seems like it is. Again, don't quote me, but yeah, it seems like it is a possibility. But again, I'm not 100% sure. As far as I know, being a pro member is only limited to being if you're in the States or in Canada. Again, I could be very wrong here, but this part of that deal was something on the GameStop side and not something that we were going to be promoting on our end. It was what they were going to be promoting to their mailing list and whatnot. So, but I think they look cool. I'm really
yeah,
excited about it.
I think the skin looks amazing. I find it weird that they didn't want Illuvium to kind of promote this for them. Obviously, the NFTs
Mm,
was something to align them with GameStop, but this would have got them more followers. I know it was more about
mm.
Illuvium with them kind of side, but it's always good to give back the other way.
Yeah,
And I did look; it's only $15. It may, as you said, only be USA and Canada, but for $15, anyone that's in US and Canada, I think that's a fair price to get a skin. If you live there, would you go ahead and do that?
if I lived there, potentially, probably. Yeah, I would say yes or no. But yeah, no. But yeah, it makes sense that they should have asked us to do more with it. Actually, truth be told, full transparency, I wasn't a major part in
Yeah,
that deal making. It was all Lauren. The
yeah.
stuff that's coming
I
up in the
didn't think that.
future, I'll play a bit more. But yeah, for that one, that was before my time. Lauren kind of came in, and that was before I even started putting my toes into any
Yeah,
partnerships. So yeah, I can't speak too much on that.
no. Obviously, GameStop, I feel is a massive partner. As I just seen you talked about last night with Scorex, the tweet from Sam. I was going to bring that up, but you've already talked about it. If you really want to know what TSG thinks, go and watch that one with Scorex. But
Cool.
the sale isn't all about the disc. Obviously, people have their
Mm.
thoughts about how the sale's going disc wise and whatever. But it's more than just the disc. It's that future proofing ourselves with GameStop, and I feel like if you want to go look at that tweet, bring it. I can bring it up from Sam, but go and have a look. It's the sale
I
wasn't
mean,
over, and it was more than
what are your
55% saying
thoughts?
yes. Well,
Yeah, what are
like
your
my
thoughts? Like,
thought.
where do you stand? Like, what are your metrics for success, and where do you stand on that?
So yeah, I commented on that and said exactly what I said then. It's more about the future. It's the sale is a sale. Yeah, if we sell it all, there's $1 million in revenue. Some of that would probably go to GameStop, obviously, but it's not about the money right now. It's about having merch in real life stores, being across what 50 million users are in GameStop or something. Like
There's 6 million on the mailing list for pro members.
for pro members, 6 million. Sorry, and how many people that aren't pro members that just use
Oh,
GameStop? Exactly. It's a worldwide brand, and obviously that channels down to EB Games in here and whatever else.
mm,
But just having plushies in store, no one buys discs anymore. You go into EB Games or whatever, it's all pop culture stuff. It's the merch kind of side, and that's where you want to be. That's when kids are walking past the store and they go, "What's that? What is that? That Illuvia looks sick." They see Atlas for the first time. That is where you like boom. And That's my thoughts. Obviously, I feel like that's where they were trying to get with the marketing team. You obviously agree with that, or
Yeah, I mean, well, like what I said last night, and I'll kind of reiterate it.
it's fine.
If we're looking at the disc sales specifically, is that a success or a failure? Obviously, ideally, we would have wanted it to sell out immediately, right? If that's the only metric. But there are other metrics. I think the last that I saw from Nick today was that we got 13,000 signups from that, which is like that's not a small amount. And
No,
so
that's massive. And the other thing that I don't know if users will be able to get this metric or not, the amount of wallets that have come across from GameStop that did not have discs before, that would be an amazing metric to see after the sale at the end. Hopefully you guys can get metrics like that. And then I think that is a major point that we can base it off. Maybe they only bought one disc. Who cares? That's 10,000 more people that want to see what Illuvium is. And that's
and there's the last number that we saw for that was there was the last time that we saw this, and this was like pretty much at the beginning of the sale, was 300 new unique wallets.
That's sick.
And that was at the beginning of the sale. So I'm only assuming it must be more than that now, right? I'm looking at Twitter. I can see some GameStop people saying, "Oh, I got my first Illuvium." Yeah, so
I've seen this as well.
Yeah, so that number is probably bigger than that. So yeah, overall, is it a success or a failure? I wouldn't say it's overwhelming on either side. I don't think it's an overwhelming success. I don't think it's an overwhelming failure. I think there are pros and cons to many metrics, depending on what you're focusing on. And then I think it's a really good learning point. This was the first promo disc that we did. I think there was a lot of learning from this that we've been very critical about internally in the team. And we're discussing it amongst ourselves, how we can improve that for later. So as an entire picture, I would say it's success. It's a success. Is it overwhelming? I couldn't claim either side, but overall, is it a step in the right direction? I believe so. And again, obviously, I can't speak on the conversations that we're having with GameStop, but they're still very, very positive even at this state. So,
no, that's amazing. Yeah. And obviously, GameStop see where we're at in crypto. They're in crypto. They've got their own wallet. They know that we're in the bottom of a bear market. No one's buying stuff. Especially like, obviously the price point has been a big thing, $50 for one Illuvium. I felt like it was a bit high. With the sales this way it's going, I feel like it probably is. You probably wouldn't want to sell a little bit more. And obviously you talked about other ways that it could have been a little bit better yesterday. Again, you can go and look at that. There is one thing that I will bring up.
We can talk about it here as well, man, because I'd love to get your opinion on it all if you want. If you want to talk about it.
I'll bring this up because we can look at it as we go. But obviously, if you have minted this has come out like literally a few hours ago. If you've minted 5 discs, you will receive a non-hollow disc plate with a matching promo NFT. If you've done 15, that means you get a hollow disc plate with matching hollow NFT, and the disc plate will look pretty much exactly like this. I think there's one of the actual disc plate here.
Yeah,
like that. I was in the chat and people thought that they were going to get any NFT, any disc that they wanted, but obviously this is what they're going to get. Obviously you're within the team. It's hard for you to comment on heaps, but do you think this is a worthy thing for 5 or 15, or like, because if you take five discs, that's $300 to buy a disc plate. That's $75. So you spend the $300 to get a free disc plate.
So it's, if I'm not mistaken, and again, I can't believe I'm saying this many times today, but don't hold me to this one. But if I'm not mistaken, I think we're going to cover shipping from the last time that I saw that. So it's going to be the 75 plus the shipping that's covered. And also with that 75, what you'd be getting is an individual disc plate of an individual Illuvium, whereas this kind of unique artwork on a disc plate is it's its own thing that we're not going to be doing again, right? So in regards to GameStop, maybe we might do that for the next. It might be a thing that carries on. How valuable is it? I don't know. It's a nice thing to have. I'll be completely transparent. I bought 20, so I'm automatically gonna get one of the hollow ones, which is it's just a nice thing. And from the people that I've spoken to, like I know a couple of them have maybe 3, and this has been the push to get them to get a couple more for that. How impactful is it? I don't know. Well,
that's the point that I see it. It's to get those people that have had 3 up to 5, or maybe 10 up to 15. It's just
correct.
to get just to squeeze just that little bit more out of there. Maybe it costs a little bit more to send out these disc plates and whatever else, but they would have done the numbers to work out what it was. It would have been sick if you could have picked one of the Illuvatars that you actually got, but I think that would have skyrocketed the price because you're having to print out individual ones and all of that.
Whereas this one, we can kind of say, yo, printer, print this many, just go ham with it. Exactly.
And then
it's time efficient as well.
Yeah, going back to how the sale could have been done a bit differently, I was under the impression that all of these accessories was random. So you could have got the 3 or 4, or you could have got 1, 2, 3, or 4. I didn't know that until last night, and you talked about it. I didn't even realize that because I have not been on there to have a look at what's for sale. So I thought I was really lucky to get the Dash with everything on it.
Yeah. But you are. Don't get it twisted.
No, I am very lucky for that. I know, but I thought that there was an option that I might have only got a Dash with glasses, if you know what I'm saying.
And I'll be transparent. That I was under that impression too. I was under the impression that we would have a Dash with just the joystick. Like I would have loved to get Dash with just the joystick. To me, that would have been the best Dash possible, rather than Dash with everything else on it. Maybe the jacket and the joystick. That to me would have been amazing. Yeah, and I think that would have added a lot more fun and enjoyability to
randomize. Some people like them more clean. I think they should have had at least 1 accessory, not 0.
A minimum of 1, maximum of 5. Because even with the 1 accessory, that means that you have a chance of just the joystick, just the jacket, just the glasses. There's so many varieties with just 1 accessory as that. Then you play with all the others. Those.
To be honest, I thought my Archie that I got didn't have the eyes. But because the eyes are a expression, aren't they?
Yeah, eyes are expression, correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Sorry. Yep. And that's for the Doka's moustache as an expression as well. That's where I was getting confused. I thought it was 5 accessories, but it's 4 accessories on each one with the 3 expressions.
Yes, and that's correct. And so that's, again, I think it's a missed opportunity. If it was up to me, but they must have had a reason for doing that, and now we're seeing the feedback.
It doesn't add any more work to it because it's just random like the normal ones.
I mean,
maybe back end.
There would be work a little bit. Yeah,
but art wise,
the art wise is all completed. Yeah, exactly. So it was the back end stuff, which I'm clearly not an expert or even know anything about. So I can't claim how easy or hard that would be. But the art side is all there. Like legitimately, it's all there. Yeah.
But the only other way that would have been cool if maybe some of the accessories. Again, if it was randomized, you could have maybe not all the accessories on all the Illuvatars, but like Doka playing with the joystick would have looked sick. Like he's there trying to play. That would have looked cool. But again, that's a lot more artwork and time when...
Yeah. I'm happy to have it so the Doka was in the exercise outfit, but then just, again, have just the sweatband. Just have, you don't need to give the Doka the wizard hat that Goliath has. That's not an issue. No. But just kind of randomize that individual Illuvatar. That would have added a lot more. Whether that would have saved it,
I don't think it would have saved it, but it might have upped the secondary market maybe a little bit because there's a bit more randomization. Instead of there being fucking 150,000 Dokas that all look the same, there would have been ones and people could have picked.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's something to take forward to the next one. And that's the thing.
Agreed.
What Illuvium's doing now with these sales, with the Wave 1 Alpha sale or this sale, it's the first time that things like this have been done. Things are going to go wrong. Things aren't going to go smoothly.
Yeah,
we're just
I won't say go wrong. I'd say there's room for improvement.
Room for improvement. Sorry, they're not wrong, but you know what I mean. If someone's already done things before, like we've seen the land sale that the fucking apes did, and everything was super expensive for gas and all that shit. We've seen that.
The apes after us. I think the
it was before, wasn't it?
Okay, yeah. I might be.
Whatever. We've seen the land sale. It was absolutely totally shit because of gas fees. People paying more on gas than they were in the land. We done it our way. It worked.
Yeah.
We're the first ones doing this stuff. We're going to learn from ourselves, and next time it's going to be even better.
Agreed. And yeah, just to make it clear again, anyone that thinks that the team isn't hypercritical on themselves,
no,
we are. Like when we are having tough discussions, tough conversations behind the scenes about this. We're not kind of just giving ourselves a pat on the back. That's never, even if we do a great job, we're hypercritical about every single thing that we do.
And I think that's why everyone is in Illuvium here, because the only way to get better and to be the best is to continually try and get better. Like, no one is ever going to be perfect. Nothing is ever going to be perfect. You need to do those 1%ers, and that's what they're doing. Why does Grant never happy with any art? Because he knows it's not as good as he can do. Like, it's pushing to the absolute limit, and that's all we can ask. Like, that's all they're doing. Don't even need to ask for that much, to be honest. Like, but they're doing it. So, big ups to that. But we'll touch on one more tweet here. It's a bit of a different one. It's about Botch. He talks about the alpha, wave 2 of the alpha being a Dutch auction, like the land. I'm going to take this a little bit different way, and obviously we extended the sale for the GameStop discs. I know a lot of people would have been happy for it to stop, because then the rarities are fucking through the roof. Like, is there even a Goliath that's been pulled? I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's 8. The last 8 that I saw was 8.
There you go. And there's only been nearly 7,000 bought out of 20,000. So the rarities...
8,000.
8,000. Sorry, I said 8,000 now. That's even better. The rarities would be through the absolute roof. But if you did want to try and sell them all out and let those people that don't have as much cash, or from whatever reason, maybe for the last 12 hours or something, start doing a Dutch auction. Every hour it goes down by $5. Like, you were going to try and sell 20,000 anyway. This is a way that you can get them all out there. Obviously, people that have already bought might not be happy with this because you're changing stuff, but it does get them all out there, gets more people involved. Those people from GameStop that might have gone, $50 is a bit too much. They look, they're 25 in the next 6 hours, so I might wait for that. I don't know. What do you reckon about this? I know it's a bit out there kind of thought.
Yeah, but... I mean, it's a nice idea. I don't know how it would play out. No, it's a nice idea. I don't think it's the right strategy, just because, like you said, the majority of people might have used all of their capital at the $50 price point, and they'd be pretty hard annoyed about it. I think if we...
You might be able to incentivize them if you bought 10, you might be able to get 2 for free or something like that.
I like the conversation that I'm seeing right now is, we said it's going to be $50. We said it's going to be 3 days. We said it's going to be 20,000, but we don't stick to the web because we extended it from 3 days to 7. But the other 2 factors they don't look at. And so if we extended it, that's one change. If we then go into a Dutch auction, that changes the price. That's 2 factors now that are changing. That, I think, is a serious problem. I think extending it, or I think the time frame is actually the least, not least important, but it's the least. It has the least impact. If you change the supply, 100%. that's not a good thing. If you change the cost of it, that's not a good thing. Obviously, if you change the time, it's not ideal, but does it have a major impact like the other 2 does? No, it doesn't. So I think now that we've made that change to change another factor, the cost, which is important. I'm personally not a massive fan of that. I'd rather leave it as is. We extended the time, let the chips fall where they may, and take it for what it is at that point.
No, I agree. I just wanted to throw a little bit of a curveball out there as to a way to try and sell out. It would be nice to sell out. Obviously, it looks a little bit better to sell them all out, but obviously you are really depreciating what people have bought for at $50.
And I mean, we sold 8,000 discs in the bottom of a bear market.
I know, it's still amazing.
That's nothing to scoff at. You know what I mean? Like, that's nothing to scoff at all.
Like ETH lizards, there's only 5,050 of them or something. Other crypto projects don't even have that many in their collection, and we sold out 8,000.
Like, it's...
I know. It's still massive.
Optically, it's like, we didn't sell out. But if you look at the raw data, it's like 8,000. That's 8,000 times 50. That's 400,000. That's close to $500,000.
Yeah,
like that's...
It's still...
in a bear market where no one cares about NFTs anymore. Like, people need to understand what's happening here, and actually, like, that's why I'm not saying, it's a great success, it's not a great failure. It's like, people need to look at things objectively, take their personal opinions out of the conversation. Look at the stats, look at the data. Like, is it ideal? No. Is it good? I mean, it's respectable. Like, doing that in this market is absolutely respectable. It's not. Let's not get that twisted.
Here's another one for you. What if there was only 10,000 available at first? Do you reckon they would have sold out by now?
I think it would have sold out 100%.
Isn't it funny how when you give people less of things to do or less of a target, it'll get hit faster?
Yeah, I mean that's what they say with goal setting, right? It's like set yourself little goals and then every
little
time
goals,
like,
and you can tick them off. And it's that mindset, the same as what you said last night about maybe getting two NFTs when you pulled a disc, because you get hope twice, and then you want, fuck, I want 2 more hopes.
Yeah, that's honestly that's the one thing that I should have spoken out a bit more, because that's the one thing I truly am. I'm gonna
one shot, one
home.
opportunity. Yeah, it's good for a few things, but
yeah, I was gonna say like. I won't toot my horn too much, but like the one thing that I'm truly an expert at is consumer behavior. And I should have known that, and I should have voiced that opinion much sooner, much louder. That's on me. That's on me 100%.
We'll bring that.
Obviously, it wasn't my decision,
no.
but I should have voiced that, because it makes sense. Like understanding what the consumer feels in that flow is super important, and I just didn't. Yeah.
That's all good. We live and learn, and this is the first time that this has been done pretty much anywhere. And again, 8,000 is nothing to fucking turn your nose up at, and
exactly
the NFTs look fucking amazing too. Like we can't get that understated. They look so fucking good. Like, but
I can't believe how lucky you are, man, with all these Illuvium. Dude, how many Illuvium did you buy wave 1? Do you have the number?
Like 130.
Yo, and you got what? 1 Ramfire, 2 Ramfires?
1 Ramfire, 2 Squiz, and both Squiz.
1 Ramfire, 2 Squizzes. Bro, I bought 400, like almost 500, like 450 discs or something like that. And are you opening one right now? Crazy.
Yeah, why not? Let's finish it off on a high note, hopefully.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, dude, I opened over 450, more than that, discs. I got 1 tier 5, bro. 1 tier 5.
Did you get a Squiz?
Thing,
or what?
A Goliath. That's it.
Were all of your standards or megas?
No, I got some megas, but mainly standards. But dude, it was rough, I think I did. Man. Like I see you pulling out this shit. I see like everyone else pulling out Ramfire. Like, bro, what the hell?
My missus always tells me I'm lucky like that. Like I just.
Dude, I say that I'm lucky. I'm the luckiest person in the world, but apparently not with the Illuvium. I don't know what's going on.
Well, we'll finish off this one pool. Thanks for coming on for me, TSG. I know I said it's supposed to be between 10 and 15 minutes, but whenever I get you on, we just start fucking chatting about anything. And it is what it is. This, I know it says it's about to be quick, but there's always too many things to talk about. But 100%. Let's see what is behind card number 1.
Money's on Doka.
Wow.
Hello, Holowachi, bro. Yeah, you can't complain. Holowachi. Look at that bullshit, bro. You gotta fucking dash into the Holowachi, bro, on stream as well. The fuck is this?
I think I pulled 5, and every single one of them is different.
Oh,
so I don't have any doubles that just fucking stick. Yeah, but anyway, thanks for hopping on, TSG. Say goodbye.
All good, man. Peace. Enjoy.
Go and follow him everywhere. Thanks, mate.
All right.